Senator Marty Golden.
Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Great.
We having a good time?
Yeah.
We're in a good backyard, a nice evening. At least that rain stopped for a little while. Yesterday was a disaster. And of course, they caught the second guy at that Nobody got, thank God nobody was injured or killed or hurt because of that takedown at 3 o'clock this afternoon, which was good. And of course, you got us out of Albany, which means we're saving money for the taxpayers. The longer we're up there, the more money we cost you. And so now we're back into the good old Brooklyn, and hopefully we did a budget that is austere in its approach, and that we do find conservative principles there in that document. Obviously, rent control was very important to the people in this great city, and we made sure rent control was part of it. And of course, we made sure the 421A was there because that was very important to have the ability to build and continue to build affordable housing here, and not only in Brooklyn but in the city of New York. Right now, between the Barclays Center and the Valentis Group over in Greenpoint, and there's another group in Greenpoint as well, you're building about 14 to 16,000 units, and after those units being built, there's a large number of affordability being built there as well, which is important. And I'm working obviously with my conference and with the governor and others to open up that complete waterfront from the Brooklyn Navy Yard up to the Brooklyn Army Terminal. That industrial park there has about 9 million square feet. You have the federal building right next to it, has another 1 million square feet. And then between the Brooklyn Army Terminal and others, we have almost 14 million square feet of usable, rentable space, and we need to do something with it. I set up a biotech over at Brooklyn Army Terminal, and we want to continue. I set up down in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. We set up Steiner Studios when we did the film tax credit back in 2003. And right now we're working with the industry city and the federal building. The federal building is going to look in fashion, and the industry city itself will open up to biotech, biomed, incubators, you name it, right across the board. We've created a digital tax credit, like these machines that we have, these little iPads and iPhones that we play all those little games on. Well, that digital game is somewhere in the category of about $2.3 billion in California, and 55,000 employees, and it's a great, wonderful state of New York. It's about 269 million with about less than 5,000 employees. So we want to open that up, and we're going to have fashion, we're going to have biotech, biomed, incubators, digital, film. We're going to look to do food and a whole different assortment and different wineries and different opportunities that our community has not seen in the past. So you will see Brooklyn bus. We're looking at putting a bus all the way down the water right along First Avenue, so we can get people to and from the industry city. And I think that will be something that people here will be proud of. I'm sick of seeing our sons and daughters leaving. There's no jobs. Where do they go? California, Texas, you name it, but not here. So we need to be able to hold our sons and daughters so they can afford to buy their properties here, raise their families, grow their families, and live in what I believe is the greatest communities and the greatest city and the greatest nation in the world. And we have to work at that. And conservative principles, Republican principles are the way to do that. And conservative when it comes to our spending, definitely. And of course, we've seen what's happened over the past week when it came to the Supreme Court with the Obama health care. We have to see what happens and how that moves down the road. We do need some changes in that, and I'm hoping that we got to be very careful, Republicans, as we move into this next year and a half on how we're going to be able to win that presidency, win the Congress and the U.S. Senate, and go on to keep the Senate here in the state of New York, and to create a Republican atmosphere and a Republican vote that will give us the opportunity to be successful a year and a half from now. I do believe the ingredients are there. The object of the game is for us to come around the right person to make sure that we get the right president for the next, that would go off when I was speaking. So I will do my best to shut this down. Bring home some help for the day. And so So I do believe we have that opportunity before us. We cannot let that slip. We need to be able to capture that. We got an enthusiasm that's going out there, and I believe you can see something really happen in our nation in the next year and a half that we haven't been able to see in a long time. And here's one of the perfect examples. We have a great young Republican, one retiring, one is stepping down. We have Francis stepping up. And look at young, a man of design, a man of true compassion, a man that's going to be able to draw people into the party and be able to build the party. And that's what you want. You want to be able to build the party in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the greatest, I'm going to call it, as they still party documents, is the ninth city in the world. It is the Republic, he calls it. I was with him earlier at the old Brooklynites, and they were in Manor, and then before that it was with the Jewish war veterans that were celebrating 119 years. 119 years. The longest, oldest organization, veterans organization in our nation out of all of the different services. That was started 119 years ago. Very proud of them, had a great day, and that was good. This is what you got to be able to do. You got to be able to pull our troops together across the board and march forward and take on the dynamics that are out there, the forces that are against us, and bring our party together and start to rally around the people that can win and deliver the votes for this great city, state, and nation. We live in the greatest city. It's a changing city. We got to make sure that we're able to turn and change with the city and to grow this city. And you're going to see me working with that growth, and hopefully in the short term you will see some changes, and in the long term you will be happy and satisfied as we move into this next change that's about to take place here in this great nation. And you're going to be part of it. You're part of it. You're the substance that's going to make it happen. You, the people in Brooklyn, are going to make a difference as we move forward and moving forward. And we come together as we are here today. Look at this room. Look around here. There's a lot of good people from across this great borough of Kings. And you know what? We got winners in this room. People that can go out there and get us voters, go out there and get their families and friends, get them energized. And with Brandon as a leadership and with Glenn staying close to him, I believe that we'll be able to grow this group even stronger and bigger and better. And that's what we want to be able to do. Have more Republicans, more enthusiasm, more ability to bring more people to the table, and the ability to grow this party. And we can do it. I got to tell you, the Democrats have nothing to be proud of. You take a look at what's going on around this nation, people are fed up. Turn Hillary Clinton, is that the answer? No. I don't think so.
There's our Hillary signs from.
I believe that Hillary is on her way out.
Yes.
She'll be exiting the door with Obama come this time next year and a half from now. And we hopefully, I'm not going to say, because I don't want to, I'm sure there are in this room of 30, 40 people, I bet there's, you know, across the 19 that are running for Republican, I bet you there's probably one for each here. But I'm looking for the one that can win. And, so I'm going to stay in that top 3. So I'll let you guess who the top 3 are. I know Jeb Bush is one of them. I know Walker is one of them.
I'm going to jump with the George Washington Bridge if it's Clinton Bush.
Oh yeah.
Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
If it's Clinton Bush, I'm jumping off the George Washington Bridge.
He will be in the top 3. Whether you like it or not, he's going to be there. Walker will probably be in the top 3, and I'm going to leave the 3rd one open. How you like that? That's really a stand-up guy, right? But you got to keep the enthusiasm going. You have to see what they all have to say, and you have to try to encourage them to get out there with their ideas, so that we can take their ideas and their philosophies, and hopefully those that are out there that are running the top 3 will enhance and expand on those philosophies of the 19. I'm just throwing a number out there, 19. It's not quite 19, but we're going to say the top 10. But the top 10 will whittle down to 3 very, very shortly over the course of the next 6 to 8 months. So this is going to come very quickly, next year's elections, and this is very important tonight as we get a new president here, the Young Republicans, and we will be able to march forward and encourage more people to get involved here in this neck of the woods and right across the entire area of Brooklyn. Nothing's getting cheaper here. Everything's getting more expensive. We got to make sure that the jobs are there. We got to make sure the growth is there. We got to make sure the opportunities are there. And the only way you're going to do that is by joining together to make sure that we have the right leadership in the right places across the city, across this state, and across this nation. And you will see changes in this nation very shortly, and you will see changes in this city, and you will see good changes coming, I think, in the near term. And I'm going to leave that for the next conversation. But I'd like to, again, congratulate Glenn for his great work. Thank you all.
Before we all do speeches and all that, we're going to do it where we're all going to get sworn in first. We have a couple of board of director members that are not here, so they're going to get a demerit. I think we have at least two, I think, that are not here right now. So, maybe they're stuck in traffic, I don't know, trains.
Might be possible.
Maybe walking, yeah, it's not the greatest. I know that all too well.
It could be 3 spots
I
across
have
the
3
street.
spots. Why? What are you trying to say? I save a spot for myself when I walk at 12 midnight? That's why I have
Steve,
3
we're waiting
cars.
for you, Steve.
Steve Maresca, how you doing? That's our former vice president from 1982 to 1986.
Who was the first president? Who was the first president?
First president of the club, Seth Lowe.
Wow.
Our first president in 1880. He was older than I. So I knew
1880, wow.
I knew him personally. I helped get him going for his run for mayor of Brooklyn in 1881. I was very happy to help him in that endeavor. And also when he ran for mayor of New York City in 1901, we had a winning team against him. But I digress. That's what Clinton says on your show, right? So without further ado, we're all going to have the board of directors come up and get sworn in. But before that, we didn't formally start, and Larry, where's Larry? Larry, our former secretary, oh, there you are. He would hit me in the head if we didn't formally start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So let's all rise, please. Let's start. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, without further ado, all my members of the board, please stand up. And everyone have an oath? Here we go. And Usher is retired. Okay, so Senator, if you could swear us in.
I'd like
I'm
to.
going to be the chairman of the board of directors.
Okay, so what I'd like to do here is just take the president separately,
Yeah.
and take the chairman of the board separately, and take the offices separately, okay, and the chairman. So I'll start with the president. President, raise your right hand. I do.
He's ready to settle down.
Funny.
Oh, wait a minute.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, the Charter of the City of New York, and the Constitution and bylaws of the Brooklyn Young Republican Club, established in 1880, and that I will faithfully discharge the office of President according to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Welcome aboard, Mr. President.
You bet.
I I, Glenn Nocera,
I, Glenn Nocera,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Charter of the City of New York,
the Charter of the City of New
the
York,
Constitution and bylaws of the Brooklyn Young Republican Club,
and the Constitution and the bylaws of the Brooklyn Young Republic,
established in 1880,
established in 1880,
and I will faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Chairman of the Board
the duties of the office of Chairman of the Board
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Now your directors as well? All officers?
Board of Directors and Vice President and Secretary.
Okay, so when I go down to the office of you guys, will you state your office, okay? And then after I say aye, you say your name. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, the Charter of the City of New York, and the Constitution and bylaws of the Brooklyn Young Republican Club. Established in 1880, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office according to the best of my ability. Congratulations to my director.
Pictures from the board. Pictures, Glenn, pictures of the board.
Oh, pictures of the
I got them while they were being. Come on up, everybody. Not like this.
Let's do a formal, quick follow-up. I'm not. I wore too many suits 5 times ago. It's like Broadway stage. Everyone does.
Exit stage right.
Exit stage left. Tighten it up. There we go.
There you go.
Good.
There you go. Let's back leg.
That's an official.
I'm just going to say a couple brief words. I've said enough over the last 4 years. I'm sure a lot of people are sick and tired of hearing it. Buy those tickets. That's what I mean. Available left of the Brooklyn Cyclones.
Hey, Pat, how are you?
They'll still be on sale after the end of
How about the 2020?
What? 50-50?
50-50.
Too much work for me to do right now. So